Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video. Today I have a special thing. My good friend asked me to take a look at his watch. It is a family heirloom, so it would be very nice to make it running again. As you can see, it's an Elgin and it's missing the crystal. It has been also lying in the drawer for many years, so we don't know really what is wrong with it. It is super dirty, it has some hairline cracks in the dial, and yeah, we'll see what we can do about it. So let's take off the back and take a look on the movement. It is a typical for this era screw back case, so it's just to unscrew it and take it off. And look at this beautiful movement. It is a B.W Raymond grade and 19 jewels. So it is actually a railroad grade watch. But let's take it out from the case first, and then we can proceed with the disassembly. First you have to locate two screws that holds the movement in the case. Quickly unscrew them and then remove them. I have to say they were a bit tight there. When both those screws are removed, I can take off the front bezel also. And that will allow me to take out the whole movement from the case. And here you can see a special thing. It is a lever that you set the time with. We'll take a closer look later on. But first, let's remove the hands so we can remove the dial. The easiest way, as you can see, is to use a piece of plastic to do not scratch anything, and then use the special levers. And there it goes, nice and easy. And of course here you can see I'm using special tweezers with wooden tips, so I will not scratch the bluing on the hands. And then we can go directly to the second hand, same procedure, piece of plastic and the levers. And there it goes off. Look how dirty and grimy is the dial. But we're gonna wash it. Let's go on with the dial. The dial is held by 3 special small screws on the side of the case. It's just a matter of unscrewing them and very gently trying to take it up. It's good to just pry it a little bit once by once. And then you will see it will move at some point. And when it's off, I will just place it in a secure box, just for safekeeping. So let's proceed. I did take off the washer and then the hour wheel, and now it's time for cannon pinion. When those are gone, I can take care of minute wheel. And that one is covered with a plate that I have to first remove. It's held by 2 tiny screws, so it's just a matter of unscrewing them and then lifting the plate. Next thing will be the setting lever, and it's held by 1 screw. It's quite easy. And the setting lever is the one that I was talking about at the beginning of the video when I took off the bezel. That small piece of metal is responsible for ability to set the time on the watch. This kind of time setting mechanism was introduced to railroad watches just for one purpose, so you cannot accidentally change the time. So you have to take off the front bezel and then you are able to move the lever and set the time. But let's proceed with the disassembly. Now it's time for the balance, the most fragile part in the watch. It's good practice to take it out first, so you don't mess it up by accident. Now when the balance is out, let's check if the mainspring has some power in it and release it. But here you can see there was no power in the mainspring. And that's probably our problem, or one of them. But let's remove all the wheels here. First goes the ratchet wheel and then the crown wheel. The ratchet wheel has a normal screw, so it's just to unscrew it as any other screw. The other thing is the crown wheel. That screw is actually reverse threaded, which means that you unscrew it clockwise. And here you can see it clockwise, and it's going out. By the way, can you see all this grime on this bridge? I'm not really surprised that this watch didn't run. But now when both wheels are out, we can take off the barrel bridge. In this movement, it's only 2 screws that holds it in place, so it's just a matter to unscrew them and take off the bridge. Here you will see it was a bit stuck here and there, and for example center wheel went off with the bridge, so I had to remove it. And take a look at all this old oil residues. But now the barrel is out, and we can take a look what's happening there. I assume that probably we'll have a broken mainspring. And yes, here we can see it already. Let's take the arbor out and see how this mainspring looks like. Yes, exactly as I said. One small piece that were held in place with the arbor, and the rest is just sitting there. It is a bit unfortunate because for me the mainspring looks quite healthy. You can see the coils are not so tight, and probably it would work if it would not be cracked. But let's proceed. We don't have so much more to do. Now the train bridge. Also 2 screws, just unscrewing them and then lifting it up. Of course everything was stuck with the old oil residues, so I had to pry it a bit and then just lift it. As you can see, the fourth wheel was stuck, so yeah, just a matter to take it out. Now basically few more steps to go. Removing the third wheel and then pallet fork and escape wheel. Pallet fork bridge is held by one screw. It's just a matter of unscrewing it, as always, and then lifting everything up. And the last step here will be to remove the keyless work. And the main plate is empty. Now there is one more thing I want to do. I want to remove the balance wheel and the hairspring from the balance bridge, so I can clean everything properly. The hairspring stud is held by one small screw in the bridge. After unscrewing it by one turn basically, I can flip the whole bridge and poke it out. And here you can see basically how dirty whole watch was. Or maybe not dirty, it's just old oil. But here it is, all the parts laid out on the table. I really hope you enjoyed the process. And also I hope you enjoyed the whole video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like that. See you the next time.